Hello, my name is Matt, and welcome to another Gospel Outreach Mission story. Today's story comes to us from North India. Sanjay Gotcha was raised in the Church of North India, but he was more interested in music than he was in religion. He was a member of a touring orchestra and was a popular singer in nightclubs. He forgot all about his religion and eventually immersed himself in drinking and partying. One night, he was driving with some friends on a winding mountain road when their car veered off the road and hit into a tree. Everyone was really badly injured except for Sanjay, who walked away without a scratch. And that night he had a dream of a bright light and a voice saying to him, "Sanjay, I want you to serve me with your music." Sanjay knew it was Jesus who was talking to him. And the next morning he woke up and called a friend of his who was a Seventh-day Adventist pastor. Sanjay told this friend about the car accident he had been in and how he had walked away unharmed. And immediately the pastor said to him, "Sanjay, God wants you to serve him with your music." And Sanjay was shocked. Somehow this pastor knew exactly what God was calling him to do, what he had called him to do in that dream he had had just the night before. And that day Sanjay gave his life over to the Lord, and he began to minister to people with his music. He became a gospel outreach worker, and people flocked to his services to hear the wonderful praise music that he sang. And one woman who came to these services was harassed by a demon. Her husband was a drunk and had left her all on her own. And she had gone to church service after church service trying to find someone who could help her. She went up to Sanjay and asked him for help, and he agreed to visit her home. Upon entering her home, he saw all sorts of idols and shrines and other things that he knew were no good. So he said, "If you want this demon to leave you alone, you have to throw all this stuff away." But the woman said, "Well, first I need God to show me he can do what you were saying he will do. And so to prove that God will rid me of this demon, I want him to bring my husband back here tomorrow, completely sober." And so Sanjay prayed for that to happen. And the next day, her husband came to her completely sober. She was so happy. She knew that God would answer her prayer and save her from this demon. So she threw out all the shrines, all the idols, and the demon never bothered her again. And now her testimony has led others to believe in God. And Sanjay continues his music ministry in North India. Well, we hope you enjoyed another Gospel Outreach Mission story. Be sure to join us again next week for another story. And as always, we appreciate your views, comments, and subscriptions to our YouTube channel. Thanks, have a great week, and God bless.